guys, it's Nova, and welcome back to this war of mine. Last episode, we got introduced to our band of survivors. I kind of explained basically the mechanics of the game, you know, how there's two portions of the day, the nighttime and the daytime, and what basically you can accomplish during those portions of the day. And we do all that only to come back to the shelter to find out that it's been raided. So we're gonna see if anything bad happened while we were out. Someone came at night to try and take our things by force. Alright, so we were attacked at night. Paulvo has been searching for supplies and bought some interesting things. So basically we already saw how there was a recap. I know I didn't really explain it in the last episode, but thankfully it does say that they were able to chase the scavengers off, but it does say that Bruno got wounded, and it suggests that we should put more people on guard. So freaking great. Alright, so Bruno is slightly wounded, he is hungry, and he is tired. Now, I don't know if we have enough to make a stove. I should try and do that now. And actually, you're very tired. I'm going to actually have you sleep. And I think I'm going to have her try and craft a stove so that we can, darn it! I just need one more component, for fuck's sake. Alright. Alright, so we do have canned food, and we do have vegetables and meat. Nothing bad happens, surprisingly, if you eat the meat raw. But, you don't really get... I know, I'm sorry, hon. You know what? You do have bandages. Go patch yourself up. And then take a rest. I want, Paulvo to, rest so that he's in good shape for tonight. I think he's gonna basically be our supply runner for the game. And you're gonna have to go and get patched up. And the cute thing is, you actually kind of see... Ooh. Now, when I played this for the first time, that scared the shit out of me. I thought somebody was coming to attack us. But this guy, we wanna open up for, because he is a traitor. So you see, this is what he's gonna offer, and this is what we have. So I was just complaining about how I didn't have enough components. So I'm gonna see. Wait, before I go nuts with that, let me see. He's got bandages, food, cigarettes, meds, vegetables, herbs, lockpick. Okay, the things that I'm actually more concerned about getting is the components and the wood, surprisingly. So, wait, how much water do I have? Okay, not bad. Yeah, because see, we only have 9 components and 6 wood. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show you in a second what I'm about to do. So, I'm going to actually dump the jewelry here. Now you see how it says now it's very generous of you? This is basically telling you that, at least in my opinion, it's not a good trade for your sake. Like, and it crashed. Great. Alright, so the game crashed on me, guys. Kind of concerned because I really would prefer to play this in window mode, so I can keep an eye on both my Audacity recordings and basically the game recording itself. But if it's gonna keep crashing on me in this particular mode, I might have to do full screen and just pray that the game does not crash on me or doesn't stop recording on me without my knowledge, because I would hate to do several episodes worth of commentary and then find out later that the thing did not even record. But in any event, I'm gonna replay what I was working on. So we're gonna get him the rest. We're gonna have him go and bandage himself up. And if I'm not mistaken, since it's day 3, that trader is gonna come to the door. So I'm gonna position Katja here to wait for him. And let's see, Bruno, since you're patched up, we're gonna have you rest. And I'm hoping I'm right. I'm hoping that the freaking crash didn't do anything to affect that trader, which I think his name is Franco, that he will still come to the house. Oh, you know what? That's another thing I forgot to mention, guys, too. Your shelter is also randomized. Like, sometimes you'll start off in this house, and sometimes you'll start, you'll start off in a look. Oh, thank God he is coming. Okay, great. Sometimes the shelter that you take, shelter in, is in a more urban area, whereas this is more like along the countryside. But in any event, let me. I know. Okay, so please don't crash on me this time. Alright, great. He's got a crap load of components. So I think what I'm gonna do is please don't crash on me, please. Jewelry. Okay, you see now how in this take he says fine, we have a deal. Basically this is telling you that this is a decent trade. If I try to ask for more, he'll say it won't do, try harder. And then if I'm really greedy, oh, well, he's not going to say it for that, because I guess components to him aren't really super valuable. But like if I tell him to ask to throw in some bandages, you got to be kidding, show me more. So that's basically a good way to tell if whether or not it's an even trade. So like in this case, he's telling me that I got to put more on the table in order to get what I'm asking for here. This again, but he's not as pushy. So if I ask for a little bit less, he's willing to deal. Now, since we got him here, I want to see if I can get more from him. So I don't really have a lot that I can trade for. That I mean, the medicines definitely, and the bandages and the food. I know that will go for a lot, but we need that more. Maybe I can trade one of the books. I know I can trade some of the ammo, but again, I don't really want to trade that. So I'm going to trade one of the books, and maybe I could get some more components. I can. Great. Okay. Now maybe I can get some wood. Nope. Will you let me get more components? Nope. Okay. Well, shoot. Alright, maybe I'll be able to. I really don't want to trade my I think I need the wood dot. Alright, I'll trade 2 bullets. Okay, so now see, again, he's saying it's very generous of me. So now I can ask for this. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to be too pushy. Let's make a deal. Alright. Now, the great thing with him is that you can trade with him and, like, quote-unquote, get your inventory full there. You see how there was, like, 8 slots? You can actually click on the icon again and trade with him again right there on the spot. So, providing you have enough stuff to trade with him, it's a good way to build up your inventory if you're really in need of certain things. So Like if I really wanted to get these coffee beans or whatever, I could try to trade something else to pick that up now. But again, I'm not really, like, I do want to get coffee, I do want to get cigarettes for the guys, since that would make them happy, but that's like a luxury item right now. We need to concentrate on building up this shelter. So I'm going to tell him we're done. Gotta go back to my folks. Oh, he closes the door. That's nice of you. Godspeed, Franco. Be safe. So I think he comes back every 3 or 4 days. So it's day 3. I need to keep an eye on that. So if I'm running low on supplies and I'm trying to craft stuff, I can keep that in mind. So yeah. What did I want to build now? I can't eat. Oh, right, the stove. And we have enough. So wait, let me actually pay attention. Alright, I do want to craft the stove, but there was something else I wanted to make. Oh, right, the weapon. Hell yeah. You know what? Make that first. Make that first. And then you can make the stove. Because I know that they're getting hungry. Yes. Okay, great. Now, make the stove. Watch. Okay, great. I was about to get upset. I thought that I didn't have enough. Alright, so let's make that. Put it in the kitchen, because it only makes sense in my head. I mean, theoretically, you can put the stove anywhere, but since the food's right there, might as well. Alright, so, and again, I don't think I mentioned it in the previous episode. The reason why I didn't touch the canned food is I want to save that for, you know, last case emergency scenario if I don't have anything else to feed the group. And sometimes there are certain scenarios that come up where people will come knocking on your door asking for food, and I find it's always best to try and keep a couple of cans on hand just in case you want to try and help them out, because sometimes if you help out your neighbors, they will in turn come back and give you rewards. And I know you're not feeling all that great, but I need you to get up and cook us some food. And you can go down and check out what's going on the radio. Oh, I forgot we don't have fuel. We're gonna have to make some fuel. Alright, but if we did, you see how... Actually, I should have used Kacha so I can show you the difference. Basically, this is really good. Normally, if you wanted to cook 2 things of food, you would normally take up 2 meat, 2 vegetable, and like 8 water and 4 fuel. Like basically, using Bruno to do the cooking halves your supplies. So, oh, that's what this is for. Okay, so it's showing us here that if we wanted to make fuel, we could basically use 1 book, or 1 wood, or 4 components. Now, to me, I feel that it makes the most sense to use wood for fuel, because books can be used to help the survivor's mood, and they're not that easy to come by. They're not super rare, but they're not super common either. And I would hate to, I mean, I know it's, you know, a luxury item technically, and in real life scenarios, there have been cases where people have literally burnt books to keep warm or whatever. But in this case, it's not that bad of a state yet. I want to keep the books for now. And I'm sure as hell not burning these components, because, well, I won't say that they're hard to come by. You can find them in a lot of places, but they're more useful to me being crafted, not burnt. So we're going to actually use up all our wood to make fuel. Okay, let's see if there's any news on the radio. Excuse me. Okay, weather's still good. The neat thing, if you put the radio on the music station and then if you exit out, the music will play in the background. Wait, is that something new? Nope. Nope, okay, nothing new. I'm going to try and remember to check it each day. Alright. So let me see, what do I need now? Alright, in order to level this up, I'm going to need 30 components, so 20 more of that. And I'm going to need 15 wood. I really wish I had another person in the group to level this thing up. I mean, not level it up, but have a bigger backpack. And unfortunately, there's no way for your character to carry more. Like, you can't craft a bigger backpack. So there is that disadvantage, but I guess it's realistic in a way, because I guess rather than saying that it's the number of items, what the hell am I trying to say? Like, you know how Palville had 12 and the other characters I think had 10 slots in their thing? It's not so much that they can only carry 10, well yeah, they can only carry that number of items, but at the same time, it's basically showing how strong they are. So like, there's another character in the game, I can't think of his name right now, but he can carry like 17 items, so he's like super strong. And then there's another character that can carry like 15 items. So there are some characters that are better suited for scavenging, and I'm kind of hoping that we might run into them in this game through. But if not, I mean, we can manage. It's just, it would be more convenient. Alright, so 14 of this and 7 of that. So yeah, at this point we need a shit ton of wood and components. So is this ready? It's almost ready. Okay. I don't know if he's gonna be able to cook the food in time, but we're gonna try. Okay, great. So we're gonna make 2 things of food. And again, cooked food restores your hunger a lot better than raw food. And our runner is, he's no longer tired, so he's gonna get one of the things. And you know what, Bruno, you, I don't want to say Concha's not useful. She did help us get that stuff, but he's not doing great. No, stop. Crap, that would have, I mean, you can, okay, great, okay. Alright, you go and rest, even though it's only going to be like, not even an hour. And we're going to end the day. So yeah, as you notice, there is some grinding, so to speak, like a lot of repetitiveness in the sense that you got to go to different locations and pick up supplies and whatnot. But like I said, it is a fun game, especially if you're playing it for yourself. I don't know how fun it is to watch me play it, but I've sunk a lot of time into this game. And then there's some people who maybe have never played it before, or some people who are playing it and they may want some tips or some advice. And being that I have beaten the scenario, it can't hurt. You know, I want to share what I do know. Now we got 2 new locations open on the map. We got the small apartment building and Sniper Junction. Let's see, the small apartment building. This old apartment building is owned by an elderly couple and their son. They are still around somehow, managing to fend off looters. They probably have supplies like food and meds, but won't be willing to share with us. We can try to steal or take them by force. Lockpicks might come in handy. So see, this is what I was talking about earlier. Lockpicks are good for scenarios where you have to be stealthy, whereas if you try to use a crowbar, it would still get the job done, but it would alert anybody nearby that something's going on. But I really would prefer to avoid this location. Again, trying to do like a pacifist run. Like, unless I have to defend myself, I really don't want to attack anybody or steal from anybody. And then we have Sniper Junction. The city center used to be beautiful with parks, squares, and monuments surrounded by old buildings. Unfortunately, numerous incidents with civilians shot out there earned it the nickname Sniper Junction. You might find valuable things there, but it's very risky. So there's some food, there's a huge amount of materials, lots of meds, lots of parts, but danger. Now, I'm definitely going to take Powellville there because in order to avoid the sniper, we're going to have to be quick on our feet. And there is a scenario here that I want to show you guys, if you, again, haven't seen this gameplay, that I think is a really, well, you'll see in a minute. I don't want to give too much away right now. So let's go to the, yeah, everything's set up the way I want it to be. And I don't remember if I'm going to need the crowbar. I'm going to take it with me just in case. Oh crap, I didn't take it. Shit. Well, this is a thing. It used to be such a lively place. I miss those times. So this guy's cool, and I think he's, yeah, watch out. You don't want to get shot by the sniper. Yeah, I don't blame you, buddy. Thank you for the warning. Okay, so I'm gonna actually not concentrate on that stuff right now. Yeah, you see how this lady got shot here? Not great. And the only way to get past this part is to time the ricochets. So, like, the second I see a cloud of dust like that, I'm gonna want to run. Like, I want to make sure I know where this guy is shooting before I take off. So I might get quiet for a second, guys. I want to make sure I do this right. Go. Okay. And I'm using these tanks. Ooh, that was close. I'm using these go, 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 go. Okay. Okay. Help, please help me. The sniper shot me. You're lucky he didn't kill you. Talk, talk, talk. I was going home with medicine for my boy when I was hit. I wanted to use the sewers, but someone blocked the entrance. Please, can you do something about it? So that's basically the scenario that I wanted to show you guys. This guy was trying to get medicine for a sick kid and got hit along the way. And unless we do something about it, this is not going to end well for the two of them. Please, I need to get to my boy. He's just a baby. Don't worry, I'm going to help you. Just try not to get killed in the process. Alright, go, 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 go. God, this is awesome. No, 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 no. Okay, go, go. Roll out, go. Shit, I got shot. Okay. Okay, okay. Alright, we can still do this. Go, go, go. Okay. Thankfully, he's only, I think, slightly wounded. If he was severely wounded, he would have been fucked. Alright. So, let's see. We're gonna go downstairs, because I think this is the way we gotta go. Okay. Yes. Alright, we're gonna pop this open, and then this guy will be able to get down here. Did I just hear him open that door? Yes, you did. Come on down, Charlie. Well, I know your name's not Charlie, but... You don't know how grateful I am. Come with me. I'll try to repay you somehow. No problem, dude. Go on, lead the way. I'm still mad that I got shot, but you know what? It could have been a lot worse. I could have actually gotten killed. And I'm going to actually leave this stuff here because I forget what he rewards you with. And if it's something he needs me, I gotta hold on. Yes, you do. I gotta tell you though, that's Father of the Year right there. I don't know how many people who would risk getting shot by a sniper to get their kid medicine. Oh God. Hurry up, go. He's... Follow me, I have a flat nearby. Yeah, go on, open that door. Jacob, Daddy's here, and he's not going anywhere. There's a box beneath the bed. Take as much as you need. I don't want to think what would have happened if it wasn't for you. I don't want to think about it either, man. I'm just glad I was able to help, and I get something out of it. Whoa. Thank you indeed. That's gonna come in handy trading later. Good, the fever's dropping. Aw. I just want to stand here for a second because I want you guys to see the conversation he has with his son. Your dad has had some adventures, little guy. I bought everything we need, Jacob. We're gonna make it. Just get... Oh crap, it's almost time to go. Fuck. I'm standing here. Shit. Okay, you know what? We're gonna come back. Fuck. Go. Wasn't even paying attention. Get the hell out of there. Go. I know. Shit, am I gonna make it? I don't think I'm gonna make it. Fuck my life. I'm getting all wrapped up in emotion here. Shit. I think I'm gonna get... Damn it! The dawn has caught Palvo. It'll be harder to return. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock, not 6 o'clock. Damn, I thought I had more time than that. Alright, well, I guess that's good in a way, because you see what happens if you don't make it back in time. This night was calm. There's been some problems. We hope Palville will soon be back. So basically, you definitely want to make it back before the sun rises, because if you come back after the sun rises, there's a chance that you can come back wounded. There's a chance you might not come back at all. So that's something you definitely want to avoid happening. But I know you want coffee, but lady, that's not important right now. I am gonna have you rest. And did you sleep? Yeah, you slept. But you're very hungry, so we're gonna have to... Oh wait, biome. Okay, so there's more backstory. I've been around more than any of my friends and relatives. I've met famous people, readers, found my interviews funny and incisive, but when I try to write down my experiences, I'm stuck. I want to... Good God, fine. I want to find and hug my folks, not read about them. I wish I had been seeing them more often. Yeah, I bet you do. Does he have anything to add? No. So that's another thing. If you see the little word bio lit in orange, that usually means that they the characters have something to add. And I really do hope we don't lose Paville, because that jewelry could come in handy. And you know, I want him to make it to the end. You know, these characters, oh wait, there's news, there's an update. The city of Pogren is suffering extreme shortages of even the most vital supplies. If this goes on, people will soon become they've been scavengers, scouring the city for anything of use. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, nothing new. I'm gonna actually leave it on the classical station, just to change up the soundtrack. But I think I forgot to mention earlier that there are different endings for your characters, and it's kind of based on how you play the game. Like, the more vicious you are, it's almost like karma comes back to get you, and your character has a pretty sucky ending. Whereas the more level-headed you are, you know, the more nicer you are, the better it is for you in the long run. So that's another reason why I'm trying to avoid stealing stuff from oh, thank God he made it back in one piece. Okay. Alright. I'm so relieved that man managed to reach his baby. And so if I click on his bio, I wish I could help Contra. She looks so so hungry. I'm glad I could help that man. Every one of us could be in his position. So you see he's content. So because he did a good deed, that actually helped to put him in a good mood. You are a bit injured though. That's going to be an issue. So I'm going to have you patch yourself up. Ooh. There's someone at the door. Okay, go rest. And Katja, you go and see who this person is. I hope you're not a leech. Okay, what do you want? Oh, you're the lady. Okay, I remember you. Can you help me board up my windows? I live nearby with my daughter. I've heard rumors of looters pillaging houses and raping women. I can lock the doors, but they could get inside through the windows. Can you help me board them up? My husband was taken by the rebels in the first year of the war and hasn't returned yet. We're all alone. Please help us. Like, I know I said this in the first episode, but, you know, when you see these sort of scenarios popping up in the game, it's like it really makes you think about your life in general. Like, I know me personally, I go through bouts of depression, and I have been going through depression a lot lately, and knowing that this kind of thing has happened in the past and is more than likely going on now in other parts of the world, it's a humbling experience. Like, it really kind of makes you think, you know, yeah, your situation at home might be bad, but there are other people going through a lot worse, and, you know, I can't even imagine having to do something like this to protect myself because of some lunatics that want to rob and rape women. So I'm definitely going to help her. I don't know how to thank you enough. God bless you. So what this is doing now is Katja is going to leave for the remainder of the day because she's going to go and help this lady. See, we only have Bruno and Palville here now. And let me see. I'm glad we decided to help our neighbor in need. Supporting each other is important. So he approved of that. Bruno, however, is not. He gives zero fucks. Securing our neighbor's house is not our problem. Katja shouldn't have gone there. So as you can see, two totally different personalities here. Bruno, I don't know if you could call him selfish, but he's more about protecting the group. You know, not letting others interfere with that. He is content though, I guess, because of what happened at the Sniper's Junction. But I'm gonna have him rest because he needs to rest. And can I cook more food or no? I don't even know if I can. Well, I can cook one dish. Alright, I'll have him do that. Okay. I really should have him eat so that he could be in tip-top shape. You know what? Yeah. Go eat. And you know what? I really don't want to waste the food supplies, though. Can I? Wait. Yeah, I don't have enough. Okay. You do have a knife, though, to protect yourself, so I'm wondering... I think I'll send Palville to do a supply run later. Oh, wait, there's a bed right here. Can you rest? No, you're not tired. Alright, so I think I'm going to skip to the end of the day. Since there's nothing else for the group to do right now. Right? Yeah, nothing else to do. You know, if it wasn't for the freaking bombs and stuff going on in the background, this would be very beautiful. But, it's not. Really sorry about my voice. I don't know what to do for it. I'm not really coming down with a cold, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. But in any event, Koch is still gone, and, he is still a bit wounded, but, he can carry more, so I'd rather have him go out and scavenge, and I'll have Bruno guard the place. Hopefully nothing will go wrong. I'm going to actually send him to the abandoned cottage, since we've been there already, and I know it's safe there. And as you can see, the game will remind you about how long ago you were at the house, and how much of the house you've, I don't know if the percentage is how much of the house, I think it's how much you've looted versus how much you've discovered. Because I pretty much have been in every area of this house. So, I'm going to take the crowbar and I'm going to take the shovel. Yeah. That's another thing too. When you get to that prepared screen, definitely make sure that you actually clicked on the items that you want to take with you. Otherwise, you'll do what I did earlier and accidentally leave without having anything. And that can really mess you up if you're going into a hostile area, or if you're going into an area that's got a lot of loot, but then you can't access it because of all the debris and whatnot. So let's see what's in here. Better be worth it for all the struggle I'm going through. Ooh, it certainly is. Bullets, medicine, moonshine. Okay, so now let me check and see what's in the basement. Start moving that stuff to the front. This is going to be a good run. Alright, so I'll see you guys in a few seconds. I'm going to try and speed through this real quick. And, yeah, I'll see you in a few seconds. Alright, so I've basically moved everything to the front of the house. I do have some stuff in my inventory, but I'm going to actually kind of sort through it real quick before I leave. And I wanted to look at this magnifying glass upstairs, because I know I didn't look at it on the first go. And I hope you guys don't mind me reading these. I know for some people it's important to get some exposition on some background characters and whatnot. So it's a note that says, on the first day they robbed us. 2 days later They murdered our girls. I shot every one of them, but I don't want to use the gun anymore. It's broken and buried in the backyard. The next part looks shaky. If you're reading this, don't look for me. Yeah, remember what I had said earlier about it could always be worse? You could be that guy. You could be that guy in that note who had to watch these guys murder his children, and then, unless I'm mistaken, it's kind of implied that he committed suicide afterwards. So yeah, that's pretty fucked up. So I'm just, again, dumping everything that I found in the house into one area, and then I'm going to prioritize what I want to take back with me. So I'm definitely taking the shovel and the crowbar, because there's no need for it anymore at the location that I'm at. And we definitely need wood and components. So I think that's what I'm going to stock up on. We got food and whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, we needed a lot of wood. See, this is the thing I don't like. You can only carry 2 things of wood at a time. So it's like you really have to... Like, see, I only have 12 here, and I know I need more than that in the components. I really don't want to leave that crowbar, because what if an location opens up on the map and I need that? I mean, I could always use the lockpicks, but I'd rather use the lockpicks in a dangerous location, not a... You know what, fuck it. Alright. Is that everything? Yeah. Alright, run to exit. Or walk. Whatever. But yeah, that was pretty grim. Day 5. So I'm trying to figure out, pacing-wise, how long I want these episodes to be. I know the first episode was basically the first 2 days, and the episode was a little bit longer than I guess it would normally be, since I had to explain certain things. But since by now you guys kind of know the mechanics of the game, it might go a little bit faster, so I might squeeze in several days in an episode. But, you know, like I said, there is a little bit of grinding in a sense, because you have to collect items and craft items and repeat, rinse and repeat, so to speak. Can I actually upgrade anything? I can. I can upgrade the simple workshop. And can I upgrade this? Shit. Okay, I can. Alright, you know what? We're gonna upgrade this. And what else do we have? Okay, I think the next thing that I want to craft is a rain catcher, I think it's called. And it will allow us to, well, basically collect water at the shelter, which will come in handy for cooking, obviously, and it'll also come in handy for if I choose to craft it later to make alcohol in the shelter, which could be used to make bandages and medicine. And it can also be made into moonshine, which we actually picked up a bottle or 2 along the way. And moonshine can help, well, that's not entirely true. I was going to say that it can help improve your mood if your character's depressed, but then it kind of puts them out of commission. Like, your character will literally get drunk, and then it will basically be useless to you for the rest of the day. So I try not to use it. I rather trade moonshine than actually drink it. And alcohol, I rather use, like I said, for medicine and bandages than drink it. But on the plus side, we have an improved workshop now, and we have more items to craft. So we can craft an armchair, which is more comfortable than a regular chair, and your character, when idle, will sometimes wander over to the chair and sit down and read a book, or smoke a cigarette, or drink a cup of coffee. So, you know, it would be nice to have, but that's not really important right now. But this is what I want to work on next. Board up. We can board up holes and windows in the building for more protection against looters. So if we keep selecting this option to board up the house, you'll notice in the what do you call it, in the Our Things screen, it'll start to say that the house is more safer, and so forth and so forth. So that's something that I'm going to want to work on. What else is here? Alright, we have a stove already, so you guys know about that. Oh, I did forget to show you these things. So we can craft a guitar, which it helps with the mood, but it's only practical to make one if you have a character who's skilled in playing the guitar. And right now, I don't think we have anybody that can really play the guitar, so I'm not even going to worry about that right now. This is a very important one, a heater. Right now, the weather is still warm, but once winter drops in, we're going to want to have that. So I'm going to have to make sure I keep an eye out for supplies, which thankfully is only components and wood. Make sure we have enough on hand to build that when the time comes. Alright, so then for the workshops, we have the herbal garden, which will allow us to grow our own vegetables. Actually, to grow our own vegetables and herbs. We have the herbal workshop, excuse me, which will allow us to craft medicines and bandages and cigarettes. We have the moonshine still, which I talked about earlier. This will allow us to make, the moonshine and the alcohol, which can be used again for bandages and stuff. We already have the metal workshop, which we need to work on upgrading. Now here's where I think I started to talk about it in the first episode, but then I stopped. Traps for small animals. The only small animals left seem to be rats. Still, meat is a rare commodity in wartime. We simply have to put in some bait and wait. So yeah, the meat that our characters are eating is rats. Again, you want to complain about your living circumstances, think about these people. Think about people in other parts of the world that literally have to do this to survive. Kind of makes you grateful for what you have. But I do want to lay down some of these traps, but I'm going to need more parts. So that'll be something to work for. And then, yeah, it is a rainwater collector. So a simple contraction to collect and filter rainwater needed for cooking and making alcohol. Might be wise to build a couple of them. And they are definitely right about that, because it takes a while for the water to gather. So, if you only have one, it'll take an eternity to collect enough water to do whatever it is that you have to do. It's better to have like 2, 3, maybe even 4, depending on how much cooking you're doing, or how much, if you're going to be making like a lot of moonshine and alcohol, it's good to have more rainwater catchers around, collectors around. And we almost have enough to make one. We just need more components. So right now, we also, if we had a rainwater collector, we would need to make a filter, because it just said that we need to have a filter to clean the water. But we don't even have a rainwater catcher, so I'm not going to concentrate on that. So right now, again, we're trying to collect a lot of wood and components. So, and how much do I need to upgrade this again? Alright, we only have 12 and we need 30, and we need 15 and we only have 5. because I want to make an axe. I think if you upgrade the metal workshop, you can make an axe, and once you actually have an axe, you can actually break down unused pieces of furniture in your shelter and even in other locations, which would be a great source of wood and fuel. So that's why I really want to work on upgrading that. I think you can also get like a saw, which is good for cutting the grates for windows and stuff. So I'm trying to think what we can do right now. I guess I'll have my characters rest, because I can't really think of anything else that I can have them do in the meantime. And I think that's going to call it an episode. I usually would prefer to wrap it up after a nighttime run, but this episode has been going on for a little bit, and I don't want to keep you guys, I don't want to drag the episode longer than it needs to be. So in the next episode, we're going to do the nighttime run of day 5, and hopefully we'll be able to get more supplies in order to upgrade our metal workshop. Maybe we can find some other rare items that we can, oh yeah, and then next episode is day 6, so there's a chance that trader might come through. That's something to look forward to. And we got a lot of jewelry that we can trade for some useful stuff, so that's something to definitely look forward to. So, yeah guys, I guess I'll see you in the next episode. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and take care.